Today represents an important milestone for Aotearoa. He Whenua Tauri Kura is New Zealand's first hui on countering terrorism and violent extremism. That means it is the first time in our nation's history we've come together openly as part of a public conversation to build an understanding of the research on radicalisation, to look at ways we can challenge hate-motivated extremist ideologies, and to facilitate a discussion about our priorities to address New Zealand's terrorism and violent extremism issues as a nation. Today we come together to listen, to learn, and to share both our knowledge and our experiences, and to leave, we hope, an Aotearoa that is stronger, more resilient, more inclusive, and ultimately safer as a result.
Why on earth, after all, would people of colour, given our community's history, want to help? We must, in some sense, in our hearts, confront the history of the settler terror state. To accept that it's our history. You can't work around it. The history of it all is so gobsmackingly awful that to gloss it is impossible. The government apparatus was built by settlers, initially non-democratic elites who actually tried to hold back the worst of settler settlement, but by late 1859 it was unleashed in its ugliest faces, in the sovereignty wars, and when Māori turned to peaceful protest, to their rendition down south, leaving Māori communities at, for instance, Raupaki, to make sure they didn't starve. To ensure that their hold on violence, the monopoly of violence, was used and still is used to privilege property rights and secure them for white peoples. Which is weird because I look white, right? But I get to be Māori. How does that work? Identity's tricky.
The terrorist attack on March 15, 2019, driven by racist narratives that were both extreme yet horrifyingly commonplace, means that through a Te Ao Maori lens, Māori, and particularly mana whenua, now have ties not only to those that have died and those who survived here, but also ties to whānau in Pakistan, in India, in Bangladesh, in Egypt, in United Arab Emirates, in Fiji, in Somalia, in Syria, in Indonesia, in Jordan, and in Kuwait. And the other countries where those who died came from.
Thank you, Tayaba. Basically, this is more of a comment, and thank you for that. You mentioned the issues that the Sikhs had in France. My heart goes out to every person who lost their family and friends. And salam alaikum. And basically, I feel for you. But we as turban-wearing Sikhs face equal amount of discrimination, racial abuse, and bullying at schools, education sector, workplace, in our day-to-day lives. You're the only person since yesterday morning, the only panelist who mentioned Sikhs. So I am fully thankful, very much grateful for you to bring that up, because even though I understand what are we here for, you pointing out the comments, because we as a turban-wearing Sikhs, we are pretty much on the same boat as a hijab-wearing woman, because we are discriminated because of our looks. So we are called different names, different things. You mentioned that, and I couldn't be thankful to you. Thank you so much for that.